Hey guys, your trainer and coach Pasha here, and as promised, we have a real-time full body stretch. Without further ado, let's start. I just finished my morning run, so this is a perfect time. We're gonna start from the top to the bottom, okay? Hold your stretches for at least 10-20 seconds, okay? So we're gonna start with your upper traps. Make sure you feel the stretch. Feel the muscle let go. Good stuff. Switch and hold it. Do not let go. Keep a light tension on your when you're stretching your neck. It's a light tension. Play around with the range of motion. See where your muscle is actually tight. Good. Now we're gonna stretch both sides. All right. So push your shoulders down. Okay. Make sure you don't put too much pressure on the stretch. And up. Okay, so same thing, you want to put light pressure up and relax your shoulders. Alright, now we're gonna go into one of the most important ones is your chest stretch. Right? So here make sure you feel that stretch in your pectoral muscles. And make sure muscle fibers are letting go. And switch. Make sure you're breathing into the stretch. Alright, now shoulder, hand down, elbows in. Let me show you from this side first. I want to turn, feeling the stretch in your upper chest and your shoulder, and a little bit in your forearm as well. And switch. So these stretches are extremely important to do when you are after every time you exercise. So I just did a run, which is a lower body, right? But I'm stretching full body. Just because I have an opportunity to loosen up all the tightnesses, maybe from the last workout or maybe from the yesterday. Let's go into the mid delt and rear delt, which is your shoulder muscles. And switch. Make sure you're feeling the muscle fibers letting go. Make sure you're breathing. Do not hold your breath and stretch. Right? Relax and breathe. Even though you've probably been lifting heavy or sprinting or whatever, what have you. Okay? When it comes to stretching, all right, let's hit the tricep. So on the back here, in the back, your arm should be bent, okay? You can also do it against the wall. Okay. I like to do it against the wall because then you can play around with the range of motion, and you can actually stretch different parts of the tricep. Switch. So you want to push down on the hand. Now I'm going to stretch the bicep with the forearm. Okay, so um, fingers down and turn, push the chest up, feel the stretch in the bicep. Again, do not force the stretch, you should feel the light stretch and hold until you don't feel the stretch anymore. Good stuff. Switch. Now same thing, but our fingers facing sideways. Okay, so facing back, and then we're gonna turn the shoulders, the shoulder in. Good stuff. Switch. Okay, good. Now we're gonna have to find some sort of a pole or even a door. Grab it from the doorknobs, right? The idea here is to hang down. Oh, that feels good. And feel your back muscles stretch. Okay, so that's for the middle of the back, track 2 and 3. Now we're gonna grab over like this with the thumb facing down. Sit back and turn underneath your arm. Hold. Good, switch. Good stuff. So, down with the upper body, let's go into the lower body. First one is going to be touching your toes. Oh yes. Now the point here is not to touch your toes, but to have a straight back, reach down, feel the stretch in your hamstrings, feel your stretch in the glutes, gluteus medius. Okay, now bend your legs and straighten out your knees. Okay. instantly you're gonna start feeling tension and pressure going away from your lower back, okay? So next one is we're gonna reach down, feet apart, reach behind you, okay? Same thing, except we're not touching the toe, we're reaching behind, okay? So feet apart and reach behind. Good stuff. Next one is your hip flexor stretch. First stretch is going to be with the knee down. We want to push the hip forward, raise your hand up, reach behind. You should be feeling the stretch right in here, nowhere else. Okay, this is a stretch for your hip flexor for the leg that is down. If you don't feel it, adjust it, move it around. Play around with the range of motion, push the hips forward, but feel that stretch. Very important stretch. This one and the previous one, I suggest you do several times a day. Also this one for the inner thighs and the hip flexors. Good. Switch legs. Reach up. Feel all the way here. Stretch going down, okay? And now same thing with the leg facing to the side. Push with the hand down. Push with the hand to the side and drop down. Alright, now we're going to go into the glute stretch, starting with the gluteus medius. So from all fours, we want to push your hips to the side, look behind you. Relax into the stretch. Now this is gluteus medius. You should be feeling a stretch on the side of your butt. If you don't feel it, play around with the motion. Put your knees more apart until you feel the stretch, because it's not about, you know, going into the position and, you know, looking like you're stretching. It's actually the purpose of the stretch is to stretch the muscle fibers. If you're not stretching the muscle fibers, then everything is for nothing. Alright, now we're going to go into a pigeon stretch, stretch our piriformis. So make sure you're sitting on your leg. Your leg is underneath you, drop the hips down, breathe. Should be feeling it in the hips, right here on the front leg, okay? In the hips, in the butt. Try to turn. Ideally, you want this leg to be right here, 90-degree angle bend, okay? Switch legs. Perfect. This leg is a little tighter. You will find that maybe one leg is a little bit tighter than the other, but nevertheless you spend the same time stretching both legs. That's how we're gonna balance them out. leg cross over. Alright, you're gonna hug the opposite leg with the opposite arm, pull it, straighten out, and you want to feel the stretch in the leg that is bent, okay, in your glutes, right in there, right, the deep stretch in there. And switch, almost done. Be patient. Should be spending at least 15-20 minutes on every stretch routine. Good stuff. And we can add this one in there. Make sure your legs are straight. Good stuff. Okay, next one, we're gonna hit the quads. Alright, so hold on to something. We're gonna hit two stretches. One, holding your ankle with the same arm. Push the hips forward, make sure you're feeling that stretch in your quad, the front and the inner thigh, the inner quad, vastus medialis. And then, very important, with the opposite hand, stretch the outside of your thigh, outside quad, vastus lateralis. Very important stretch to avoid a lot of knee pains and injuries, okay? Switch, same thing, with the same hand first. And switch over. Okay, now we're gonna go into a hamstring stretch, find some sort of elevation. We're gonna put, so first of all, both toes facing forward, hips facing forward, okay? No turning, okay? Because we wanna hit the whole hamstring muscle and you're gonna slightly lean forward. Do not put pressure on your leg, okay? You wanna relax your leg and breathe into the stretch. Feel the muscle, let go. Now we're gonna face this way, toe up that way, this toe is this way. I'm gonna sit down, feel the stretch in the inner thigh. Right, switch over, toe facing up, and lean forward. Okay, now toe facing that way, this one's that way, squat down, feel the stretch here. And now, one of the most important stretches we save best for last, of course. Find some sort of elevation, hang one heel off, and you're gonna sit down on the front leg. The weight is on the front leg, rear leg is just stretching, okay? Because if you put the weight on the rear leg, it will contract more, it will damage your Achilles tendon, the most important tendon in your whole entire body. Okay, so careful stretch this, but make sure you stretch this. You can use the staircase is probably ideal, or if you don't have a staircase, you can use books, just stack them up and stretch it, okay? Same thing, make sure you're feeling the stretch, feeling that muscle let go. Alrighty, now I'm feeling nice and loose and ready to face the day. That was 20 minutes and that was a short version of the stretches you must do after your every single workout. So if you can't fit the stretch in, cut your workout short, but make sure you do your full stretch. It's gonna save your tendons, it's gonna improve your flexibility, it's gonna improve your fitness results. If you work out for an hour and don't stretch, you will get injured. If you work out for half an hour and half an hour stretch, you'll get more fitness results. Trust me when I tell you. All right, so make sure you do your stretch every single morning and after your workouts. All right? Stay flexible.